celebrating the world's most popular sport. This is Ultimate Soccer, and now your host, here's Soccer Steve.
Okay guys, Super Sunday is coming. Sunday, Jamaica. And here's another piece of in-house Canadian gear. Check that out, eh? Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet, eh? Yeah. Canadian gear. I think that's rather startling. So, there we go. That's the latest shirt. And it's all about Canada. Now, Sunday's coming. Don't worry about a thing. You know, Costa Rica was a disappointment. I know you guys feel down, but you'll get over it. We've got a loss now, and I'll tell you what, now we've had a loss, we can go on another streak, yeah? Nations League's coming, but first and foremost, one game at a time. Jamaica's next, and that's where we need to take it. We need to take Jamaica. I don't care what the score is. Give me 1-0. Just give me a 1-0. I couldn't care. If it's 5-0, I couldn't care. That would be nice. But, but just give me the one goal. Just give me the one goal. Let us get there. Let's celebrate in BMO Field on Sunday, and let's get it done. And remember guys, get there early. Don't waste any time. Get there early, because I tell you what, it's going to be buzzing in and around BMO Field, and quite rightly, I think it is the place to qualify. Canada qualifying at BMO Field, for me, there's no better place. So Sunday, get there early. In fact, if you can figure out when the team bus arrives and when the guys get to the stadium, help the Voyagers, the youth sector, the Red Patch boys, the Canadian fans, get in with them, find out when the coach arrives at BMO Field, and hey, be there to welcome them. You'll make them feel much better. I tell you what, it will go a long way to adding 3 points to our tally, I tell you. So if you can, get down there early, go see the boys, and check it all out, yeah? So find out when the team's coming in. The kickoff, 16:05 Eastern. It's a pretty decent time. I would like it at 7 o'clock, but you know what? We've all got lives to lead, and the guys are going to get on the plane and then head down south to Panama straight after that. So probably a good time. Probably a good time. By the way, the last week, or the last round of games, they're not all played at the same time. There's an hour difference between the first two and the last two. I think all those games should be played at the same time to stop anybody, you know, playing for a draw or not really playing as hard as they could. You see, in the World Cup, years gone by, people have literally watched what the other people are doing an hour before, and then they decide to play out a draw. Just saying. So the final round of games, they're not at the same time. I don't agree with that. I think they should be. Really think they should be. So, guys, Sunday, the 36-year wait. I think the 36-year wait is going to be over. I think it's going to be over. Now, talking about the game itself, I don't see any Michael Antonio. Andre Gray for Jamaica is probably going to be very, very busy because Canada's going to be storming the net. And you've got to say, Canada is the big team here. Jamaica really has had a tough ride in qualifying, but you are what you are. You know, like they say in any league, if you finish dead last, you were crap. That's pretty true, just being honest. If you finish at the top, you've got to be a good team, yeah? So, let's say, Jamaica's coming in. They really have got a tough game against us. I think 1-0 is all we need. Let's get the celebration done. Let's get qualified. Let's get ourselves on at Qatar. And then when we get that Panama game, we won't have to worry. We need to win. It's got to be a win. And Panama, gee, they are in fourth now, fighting for their lives. Go Costa Rica. I tell you what, I've got a feeling Costa Rica, well, you know what, there's an audio visual coming up about the last 8 games, the last 2 rounds. It's coming up pretty soon. You'll check that out pretty soon. In fact, why don't you check it out right now? Okay guys, looking at the final 2 rounds of World Cup qualifying, I gotta say, Game 1, Canada, Jamaica, BMO Field. It's going to be a fiesta. Get everybody in there you can and be as red as possible and as loud as you can and get primed. You know what I'm saying? Get primed before the game, before you go in or before you watch it at your TV set or watch it in the club or wherever it may be. But Canada, Jamaica on Sunday, March 27th. It's going to be a big fiesta. It's where we're going to have to qualify. It is the game, and I see Canada big enough for a win. When you think how they lost in Costa Rica with all that great effort, I think you've got to say there was positives that we can bring from that. especially the likes of Ismael Kone. I thought he was electric for the little amount of time he did. Ugbo was showing a lot. Ricky Lareo was immense. Tajon Buchanan was a mountain. I mean, we had lots of positives to bring out of that game. So looking for Sunday, I'm looking for a 1-0 or a 2-1 win over Jamaica. Honduras taking on Mexico. Well, Mexico now need the points. Let's face it. Honduras nicely got a point against Panama, playing the spoiler. Can they play the spoiler against Mexico? It's in Honduras. I think Mexico needs to be a little worried here. This could be a banana skin for Mexico. Will Honduras take it? They've got a chance, and they've got nothing to lose. Hey, playing the spoiler is a great thing when you've got nothing to do because you're not going to the World Cup. So hence, these are the big games for Honduras right now. You'd expect Mexico to win it. But Honduras can play the spoiler here, and that would put a massive amount of pressure on Mexico in the final game. Moving on, El Salvador taking on Costa Rica. Costa Rica, as we know, picking up points, and the team in form right now is Costa Rica. They look like they want to seal third spot. They're going to have to do it the hard way. El Salvador on the road. Costa Rica can get a point there, but can they get 3? And El Salvador won't be moved over easy. But if Costa Rica really wants to get to the World Cup, this is another game of good form that they're going to have to bring in this little run or this little streak that's gathering points big time. I think there's a good chance they can. It is the game for Costa Rica to get points. It is the biggest game that they'll play moving forward because one after this is against the USA. We'll get to that pretty soon. And finally, the USA taking on Panama. Wow, Panama. We're in third. Now they're in fourth. They're chasing down the USA. And let's face it, Panama 18, USA on 22. Panama wins. They're on 21 and the USA's on 22. And coming into the final game, oh dear me, that's going to get close. Now moving to the final round. Panama, Canada. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's just presume that Canada did beat Jamaica and that they're through and qualified, and that the USA per se beats Panama on the 27th. That would mean Panama is on lifeline, and especially if Costa Rica can win or get a draw in El Salvador. It's going to heat up for Panama in the final round, and let's just per se Panama did beat the USA on the 27th. USA's got a massive game coming up too on the 30th. So Panama, Canada, I think that what you've got to say straight off the bat, it looks like a 1-1. Panama is fighting for their lives. This is going to be a do-or-die massive start for Panama. Canada, if they get the win against Jamaica, likewise, they'll be calm. Won't have to field the full 11. They can get guys in there that haven't had time, and they can spread the minutes. But let's say Jamaica pulls a shocker in BMO. Well, that would mean that Game 14, the one I've been dreading for months, would become a reality of a dread game. Panama needs to win against the USA. USA needs to win against Panama, but that final game, Panama-Canada, boy, I tell you, it could be a cruncher for Panama. As long as Jamaica doesn't beat Canada, Canada should be fine to go and play the spoiler and play relaxed. Moving on, Jamaica taking Honduras. Nobody's going to the World Cup here. It's pretty much a game just to have a fun time and say goodbye to World Cup qualifying for another 4 years. But both teams are already eliminated, as is El Salvador, who take on Mexico. Mexico, El Salvador. Let's just say Honduras does beat Mexico on the 27th. That leaves Mexico on 22 points, needing to gather something in this game against El Salvador. El Salvador could play the spoiler at the Azteca, but I doubt it very much. I think Mexico's good enough in the Azteca to take El Salvador 1-2-0, maybe 1-0, 2-1. But Mexico is due a good game. This one's going to come through. El Salvador comes at the right time. Game 14. Take 3 points, Mexico. Secure yourself a final berth in the top 3 to Qatar. Finally, Costa Rica taking on the USA. I got to tell you, if Costa Rica does win in El Salvador, and let's say Panama does beat the US, then this will be a do or die, and this could be a game where the USA, if they lose to Costa Rica, the USA might find themselves on the outside looking in, maybe be the team that finishes 4th. It could be that way. I'd be a little bit worried about America right now, but at the end of the day, if Team USA does put the ball in the back of the net against the USA, against Panama, then I think they should well get through. But I got a feeling, I got a hunch, one of these big teams may well miss out. Hopefully not, but you never know. But keep your eye on Costa Rica and keep your eye on Panama, because they are both fighting for their lives. Coming back out of all of that, all I'm going to say about the Canada-Jamaica game is don't write Jamaica off in this game on Sunday, because they could be the spoiler, it could be a banana skin, it could ruin our plans. So don't write Jamaica off. They're coming in to do the dirty. They're out of it. They can't qualify. They're totally eliminated. But they might want to play the spoiler. So we've got to be on our game on the field, on our game in the stands. We've got to be loud, really loud. Take it to the stands, take it to the field, and cheer, cheer, cheer our boys on non-stop. If we have a sea of red and a loud crowd, I think there's 3 points on the board, and we'll be real proud after 90 minutes. And I tell you what, I expect to win. I do. But just give me the 1-0. I don't care about a bag load. Let's just seal the deal and focus on getting to Qatar. And after I say Jamaica, then it's Panama, and I don't want to have to worry about that game, because Panama is going to be worried, sick about that game. And I'll tell you what, if they don't get a result in the next game, our game, the final game, is going to be a misery for them. That starts at 8:05 Eastern, so it's another late night for you guys down east, and it's a nice and early night for you guys down west. So 8:05 Eastern, it's another late game, but I tell you what, it means more at this point to Panama, that final game, than it does to Canada. I'd like it to stay that way. Absolutely would love it. Now, nothing left to go. We've got to get through this final phase of 2. 3 points will do it. 6 points is glorious. We'll guarantee us first spot. I want to stay first. I don't want to finish second, third, or fourth. Fourth is not going to happen, but I don't want to finish second or third after all this great work. And losing the unbeaten tag, guys, I know you're disappointed about it, but like I say, losing a game, now we can go on a streak. I'm not too despondent. I'm not too upset. I've got over it now. It was a disappointment, but when you take, you know, a red card and you guys are like 10 against 11, don't expect the guys to win the game. A draw would have been great in Costa Rica, but hey, here's the thing. We don't need any of these. We'll take one of these, or 2, or 3, but we don't need any of these. This, I don't mind if Jamaica get, but this, I don't mind if we get. Don't need any more. Now, before we leave you, we're fast approaching 500 subscribers, and that's 500 subscribers in the last, 3 or 4 months. Here in my hand is a ball. This ball was donated to me at a soccer convention I went to. I'm going to read off a couple of names. Luis Saha, Ariel Ortega. There's Ariel Ortega right there. That's Ariel Ortega. River Plate, Argentina. This one here is Tim Cahill, and it says right there, follow your dreams, Tim Cahill. Yeah, pretty cool. West Ham manager, David Moyes. He's on there too. Yeah. There's a whole load. Phil Neville's on here as well. The Inter Miami coach. This ball is going to be given away to one of the family when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So, if you want this ball from Tim Cahill, Ariel Ortega, Phil Neville, David Moyes, and a few other guys on here, then let's get to 1,000 and this ball can be yours. Not a problem. Not a problem. So, closing down, getting ready Sunday. Let's have it. Let's go take it. Let's get to Qatar. Let's start thinking about Nations League. Let's forget about qualifying. And let's forget about all the thinking about it. Let's just get it done and have one game spare where we might play the spoiler on Panama and Costa Rica. You might be going to the World Cup, and I've got a feeling they got a great chance at pipping Panama right now for that final fourth spot. They still got to play off against the OFC, but I've got a feeling that Costa Rica can beat the best in the OFC. So we will have four participants at the World Cup. I'll leave you with that. Drop your comments down below. Tell me what you're worried about, and we'll get on that on the next show. But everybody, thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks for all the subscribers. Thanks for all the poets who comment down below. And big up to you guys. And let's have it. Let's just get this done.
This is Ultimate Soccer, where soccer